All right, welcome to another broadcast of Truth Be Told with Tony and Dean, the Monday edition. We are so excited to have you guys join us. I'm Tony Sweet, and we have the amazing Dean Ryan in the house.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want applause? There you go. Just because your shade's looking good.
Well, long night last night.
Was it?
Once again.
Oh, here, I thought it was just a statement, but it's just from...
I'm always a statement.
Oh, okay. So, Dean, tell me about your weekend. What's going on?
My weekend was filled with a lot of greatness. I can't even remember it.
So that means you were having a good time.
Yeah, something was going on. Barbecued, kind of. Had some Skype conferences and did a little bit of work. Definitely didn't do Netflix like I know you're going to tell me.
How'd you know?
Well,
it's kind of like every Monday. You're like, oh,
predictive programming.
What did you do?
But it was great. I hung out with some friends. Yeah, got to know
friends?
nature. Yeah, I got 2 more than you do.
But how many does that? You have 2?
But anyways, no, I'm getting right with nature and just enjoying myself. Some say a little too much, and I say, well, not enough. And but no, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I worked all weekend pretty much. We're building a sound booth here.
I saw it.
Yeah.
It looks like a
dungeon.
No.
Oh.
I don't know what you have in your house.
Well, you don't want to.
You're a sick man.
I am.
No, you are.
Yeah, I had to.
That's what people don't know about
reinforce the ceilings.
No, it's really nice. It's a good sound studio. And people are going to do voiceovers, I assume.
ADR, voiceovers. You can sing if you want.
So people should contact Tony if they want to do some voiceovers.
Yes.
And you have your email there?
You can email me, yes, at tsweet@ubnradio.com. tsweet@ubnradio.com.
That's cool. I'm going to do some voiceovers there. But other than that, I am finishing, speaking of voiceovers, this is an exclusive here on UBN. I am finishing the trailer to my new movie. Drugs A to Z, that I've been working on since I was 5 years old, and it's taken me this long. But we're putting the finishing touches on it, and it's going to be released. I know I keep promoting it, but a few little hiccups. Want to make sure we have the right music and all that good stuff. And
you had to go back and do some of the drugs again just to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have to do that to do this show.
Right, yeah. Put up with me.
As the audience understands. So, but when it's finished, I'm going to debut it right here on Truth Be Told.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. I'm excited. I can't wait.
I'm excited, too. I got a part for you in the movie.
Really?
Yeah. You remember you remember Pulp Fiction? You remember Zed and the Gimp?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just giving you a hint.
No speaking part, right?
No, impossible.
Yeah.
So,
That's okay.
No, it's good. It's good.
No,
it's really good. I'm excited about it. So you should be too.
I am.
And by the way, before we go any further, I want to say a happy birthday to Tony Sweet's father.
Yes, my daddy turns 81 today. I love my daddy, John Henderson Sweet. Yeah. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
In case he's accidentally watching the show.
He's not. He's probably getting drunk right now.
Okay. Well, he's flipping by the show. Happy birthday to him. If it wasn't for him, there would be no opportunity for me. So, anyways, thank you.
So that's the way to look at it. Yeah.
Absolutely. The only way.
Well, I'm excited to have a great guest in studio, co-host. Captain Ron is out for a few weeks.
Captain Ron is on a fishing expedition
That's
somewhere
right.
in the Arctic.
Right.
With Jacques Cousteau.
So would you do the honors of introducing?
Absolutely. We have a special guest newswoman today, all the way from the fine deserts of high desert California, is my favorite person in the world, Myths, Sharon Daphna.
Sharon Daphna. Welcome back.
Thank you. So glad to be back.
Yeah, you're looking good. That color on you is great.
Thank you. I got it for you guys.
I said I'll wear it tomorrow. You can have it the day after, okay?
Yeah, I forgot you said that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, Sharon's from thekembo.com, where you get all your latest weather information and weather gossip, if you will. She's like the Inquirer for weather and everything, but
There's
not really.
a lot of scandals in the weather.
There's a lot of scandals, a lot of celebrity weather scandals. Right, Tony?
It is, yeah.
Someone
yeah,
save me here, please.
I'm trying to think of a good comeback, but I can't. So we're just going to go right into the news.
Okay, well, according to CBS News, pollution makes air in parts of California dangerous to breathe. And we've been barraged with news this week about the smog in Los Angeles and the LA basin and surrounding counties. Well, I grew up here in LA, and the air was really, really terrible when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s.
You mean there's smog in the air right now in LA?
They say there's smog in the air right now in LA, and no doubt there is. However, what's going on here is there's a great inflation as to what is going on because there is an agenda
Tony,
behind
that's why I bought the gas mask for this reason. I know there's a bong attached to it, but I'm saying this is why I bought the gas mask, and I'm trying to get you to use it because of this very problem. Sorry, Sharon, but Tony has to know these things. He's learning.
Hey, I've worn a respirator in LA before too. I was kind of worried about the chemtrail spraying a lot more than what's coming out of the cars.
This is why I have a plutonium suit as well.
You got to have a hazard suit if you want to live on Earth.
Hazmat first. Always hazmat.
I know. I've bought a hazard suit before.
All right, continue.
Have you really?
Yeah, well, I did asbestos removal.
Oh, okay.
And I had
Okay.
to.
I was going to say.
Wait a minute. Are we still role playing?
This actually happened.
Oh, excuse me.
I did some property
Okay.
renovation.
I did not know
Yeah.
that. That's not in your Wikipedia.
It's not there, but it's a little known fact about me.
That's one of those tidbit facts. I like
A little fun fact there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about safety, as
Okay.
you know.
So when we do Sharon Daphna trivia later, that's a good one.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
Well, needless to say, asbestos removal is no fun.
No.
But here in Los Angeles, we have always had a lot of cars, a lot of traffic, and there has been air pollution because of the cars. Now, what's going on nowadays is a light layer of smog. I have photographed this for the past 2 days on my blog. You can check it out at thekembo.tumblr.com. I have pictures overlooking the Santa Clarita area and the San Fernando Valley for 2 days. So I've got a picture of the air pollution. If you compared what I've got in these pictures to what we saw in around 1989.
That was a good year.
Yeah, you would think we had the cleanest air on the planet. Okay, there's been great improvements in air quality in Los Angeles.
Wow.
So,
Well, we'll have to take a look at those pictures.
I definitely think you should because they
Text me.
Well, there it is, thekembo.tumblr.com.
All right.
Okay, health officials say that pollution in LA County kills 1,300 people per year, and that we have the deadliest air in the country. But
What kind of people, though?
this is what I'm asking. That is exactly what I wanted to know. Where did this statistic come from? I would argue that many more than 1,300 die from the chemtrail spraying and other deliberate attacks on humanity than just the smog. What exactly are they measuring is
Well,
what I
who's
want to know.
dying?
I was
And
going
who
to
is
say,
dying?
is it to elderly or?
The undocumented workers?
Exactly. And that's what I'm wondering. This figure
Interns?
seems skewed. It may not be just smog we're talking about here.
Right.
It may not be smog-related deaths. We really don't know what this 1,300
I want to get
covers.
to the bottom of this. I want to get I'm going to start a committee.
What kind of?
A research committee on who's dying.
Try to entice us a little bit so we can.
Well, let the pitch finish.
Okay.
I want to get a committee. I want them to a research committee of who's dying from the smog, and if we could get this started, Sharon, I will make you chief of operations.
I'm there.
No,
I'm already
I'm
working
just-
on it.
They
so.
say people are dying, and I'm like, who are these people falling over?
Exactly. Well,
The
they don't
elderly?
say. Yeah, they don't say who it is. They don't say what demographics, and
That's
they also
creepy.
don't say who did the study and what they were dying from. There are many, many things going on in the air, and there are many attacks against humanity that are not just caused by our actions, but by deliberate action
That's
against
creepy.
us.
I'm literally creeped out. All right, next story.
That's it.
Oh, hey, real quick, breaking news. This just into MTV News here. Hillary Clinton, top physician says Hillary Clinton has Parkinson's disease. It might be the same medical official that just did the study of the smog of people dying. But still, this is a full transparent show. Hillary Clinton has Parkinson's disease. Tony, are you aware of this? Because I know you follow.
I've heard about it. I've not read into it.
Well, you
I've
are the
not-
physician that gave me the story.
Don't get me in trouble.
You can direct hate mails to the following T-suite at ubnradio.com.
But no, I mean,
Tell me what you know about this.
In fact, my father, who just turned 81, we believe that he's in the beginning stages of Parkinson's.
Wow.
So I'm looking at signs. I personally don't see the signs of Hillary's Parkinson's
hold
or
on.
beginning of Parkinson's.
I haven't seen the signs. However, I'm going to get very dramatic
Do
right
it.
now.
Do it.
I get a little emotional. There is a video of her getting asked a question by a reporter, and her head starts jerking back, and her face makes all these weird looks, like she
That could
can't
be a
control
tick.
herself.
She also may be a clone or a reptilian shapeshifter.
That's what I was
there
going
you
to
go.
say. You beat me to it.
Maybe she was shifting.
No, you got to see this video. I wish we could
Oh,
play
I've
it
seen
now.
it. I've seen it.
Isn't that weird, though?
Yeah, it is kind of. I mean, it
Come
does.
on,
but
Tony.
you can listen. Living in the heart of entertainment, you can edit anything to make it look crazy.
No, but even the
I've seen it.
But hold on, even the reporter's face that asked the question, she was like, oh, "Whoa!" like that. Did you see that?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of even even at the convention when the balloons fell, she was like, very animated.
She
So-
might have syphilis.
Well, she is a deeply troubled individual.
So-
Do
Well,
know
I
that.
say syphilis not because she sleeps around, but someone she might know sleeps around.
Well, Bill Clinton's not looking too healthy these days.
I didn't say his name, but
Okay.
But I have to admit, he does not look.
He doesn't look healthy, but I doubt the two of them have had sex in like 40 years.
Sharon, I'm trying not to vomit on the show today, as we said earlier. Every time we talk about Hillary on this show, I get really disturbingly sick.
But you brought it up.
Well, I was talking about Parkinson's disease.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, I continue on. I just thought it was interesting
That was interesting.
because
yes.
you know Tony knows things or two about Parkinson's. All right. Should we just end the show now?
No,
I mean,
not yet.
this
No, we're
is
good.
just-
We're just getting warmed up.
I'm having
Yeah.
a lot of problems.
We haven't gotten
Yeah.
to bikinis
Okay.
yet.
Yeah. Oh, that's the important one.
All right. Continue.
And the most important story this week is the burkini ban. The Cannes burkini ban undermines the freedom of Muslim women, according to the World Post, which is an offshoot of Huffington Post. Actually banned burkinis. Do you know what a burkini is?
Well, I saw this on QVC the other day. They were selling these. I called trying to get a pair for myself. I don't want to look comfortable.
The burkini is a full body swimsuit. It's a burqa for swimming for Muslim women who cannot show their bodies.
Is it
And
cotton or is that
I have a feeling
silk?
it's lycra spandex.
Really?
Something like, yeah.
You know what'd be nice is hemp made. I think that'd do well.
I don't know. It might be too revealing once it gets wet. You know.
You're right. I don't want to.
Well, I'm going to take a picture of 1920s, and I'm going to then show a burkini. So here, if you can't see it, I'm going to just flip it around so you guys
I'd like
can
to see it.
So there's the 1920s, okay? And then here's the burkini. I have to say it,
They're ripping off somebody.
yeah. I mean, this is like
It's like
maybe
a-
80, 90 years.
It's a tribute.
yeah, 80, 90 years of women's setting them back.
It's a homage.
Homage.
Well, the
Homage.
mayor of
Suffragette City.
The mayor of Cannes actually banned burkinis on the
Really?
beach and in public
The mayor of who?
places. The mayor of Cannes, France.
Oh,
David
Cannes.
Lisnard.
James Cannes, France. I've been there.
The order states, and this is a quote: beachwear, which ostensibly displays religious affiliation, when France and places of worship are currently the target of terrorist attacks, is liable to create risks of disrupting public order. And this is actually a violation of human rights because these women can wear whatever
So
they
wait
want
a minute.
in public.
He's saying that they can't wear.
He says they can't because it would disrupt public order because France has been the target of terrorist attacks. So he's equating the Muslim dress with terrorism.
So you can go completely nude,
Exactly.
and
but
it
you
doesn't
can't-
disrupt or distract.
Exactly.
Wow.
as compared to, okay,
He sounds like a
I don't
pervert to
get
me.
it. But, yeah,
James Caan sounds like a pervert
Well,
to me.
the French are a little more freewheeling than us Americans.
Well, they invented the. Never mind. All
French toast.
right. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but
Okay.
my God just spoke to me and said no.
But do you feel that women should be able to wear burkinis if they would like to? Or if that's their religion?
Well, it depends what color.
I think so. If they can wear their regular dress in public, then why
You
not
know,
on the beach?
it's ridiculous. There shouldn't be any like fashion czars saying you can't wear this. I mean, if it's a private business, you have every right to say no shirts, no shoes, no service. But I mean, if it's public, it's public. what's next? No one's allowed to wear underpants.
That's
Underpants
okay.
are to be worn on the outside.
No, I'm
Come on.
asking Tony. Is no one allowed to wear underpants at the
Well, I
studio?
don't wear underpants anyway, so what's
Okay, let's segueing. The point is, it's not a big deal. Who
Yeah.
cares? He can go. He can shut up.
Get over it, James.
He has stupid hair.
All right, we have any other stories?
We do.
Tell us, please
Well,
do.
Sharon said I should lead off with this, but
You should do the next one.
I know Johnny Depp's in some hot water.
I
Tony
saw that video.
Oh my God! I
kind of
saw
a-
this video, and I know Sharon's a big fan since 21 Jump Street, or is it Elm Street?
It's Edward Scissorhands. It
Is that
makes
where-
me want to cry.
Is that where you
It's a
s-
beautiful dream.
Is that where you swooned for him first?
It's a beautiful dream.
It is.
Yeah.
But don't you think this woman?
Give me the conspiracy.
But here's this woman set him up because she had the whole thing videoed and
It was edited.
and she kept hiding it, and then she would stand in front of it, and then she would move it. I'm thinking, she knew that it was almost like she was, "Hey, honey, it was this." Come on.
So you're not a fan of Amber Heard's work?
I don't even know who she is, honestly.
I don't know who
I
she
didn't
is
know she
either.
was.
I know
until-
who she is. Let me just
So-
say something. If there's a problem in your relationship, do you want to be blackmailing your spouse, or should you be trying to get help, or should
Right.
you just figure things out? It sounds like very contrived to me that this girl who he's claiming that she was cheating on him. His mother's dying. And I'm not sticking up for Johnny Depp. It just seems so bizarre to me that she's setting him up this whole time with a video, by the way, wasn't permissible for court because it was heavily edited.
Well,
Well, go ahead.
if she wants to break up with him, then she probably wouldn't want to just do that because then she wouldn't get any money out of the divorce.
Right. And I don't know. To me it looks so set
And it
up.
was and she was like mad at him because he was drinking wine in the morning.
And just because in a video
it might have been Merlot, so
somebody
it's-
breaks glass
yeah.
or slams a door does
Could be
not mean you're
understandable.
going to hit hit a person.
Yeah.
Shoot, you can't you can't determine just because
And-
somebody breaks a glass.
I throw glasses all the time, and it doesn't mean I'm violent.
Well, he hits me. No, I'm just kidding.
It just seems very
The truth comes out.
I know. Yeah, it's true.
because Johnny Depp's a megastar known around the world, and he's worth $500 million at least. Last time I checked. So she's checking for the
Was there a prenup?
no.
Why? Why do these people not have prenups? I would even have a prenup.
She's
but I
trying.
don't
Look,
have
she's
nothing.
trying to get the dough, bro, and she knows her career ain't gonna fare well after this. So she's trying to get everything she can, and she's shaming him in public. I think he's doing the right thing by not saying anything and trying to get this thing to go away. But I used to love Johnny Depp a lot until he became a little too corporate for me. But it doesn't mean his past work, anyway, it's another story. But
Right.
I thought, because you love Edward Scissorhands and it changed your life.
Oh, this is a great movie.
Yeah, it was.
Look at her. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Winona Ryder.
I love Winona Ryder too.
Have you seen her in the new Stranger Things on Netflix?
No, and I probably won't.
It's good.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
I'll
I have
make
to
sure.
say. Yeah, watch it.
All right.
All right.
Next.
Oh,
Next.
Do you know that 1 in 4 new erectile dysfunction patients is under 40?
Why does she keep looking at me?
I'm looking at both of you.
Wait, hold on.
Well, are you under 40?
I don't have to
No.
answer that.
Oh, you're not. Okay. Well, you
Yeah.
are definitely.
I'm closer to 50. Thank you very
No
much.
way.
I
You look
know.
great.
Thank you.
Really? Botox, huh?
Well, on the Daily Mail, there was an article. Online porn is making young men impotent.
Really?
Soaring numbers seek treatment for erectile dysfunction because they can't get aroused in the bedroom. This is a study done in 2014 in the Journal of Sexual Medicine that 1 in 4 men under 40
Really?
Yeah, it's a real
Really?
problem for young men. And so the study is citing online porn as the problem because a
Well-
lot of men are addicted.
Well, let me ask our elder statesman here, Tony Sweet.
Go for it.
Seasoned veteran.
Yeah, yeah.
Award-winning.
Sock puppets.
Right. No, honestly, when you were in high school, and I could talk about this a little, but I don't want to reveal my age. But when you
But
were
it's
in
under 40.
sure.
Yeah.
When you were in high school, how prevalent was the porn mag? Was all the guys
Oh my
talking
God,
on
yeah.
it? Was
Porn
it always
mags-
getting passed around?
Yeah, yeah. And I remember when I was a kid, my dad bought the satellite dishes that were the size of a football field.
Those huge ones that you stick up the whole
Yeah.
yard.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
we were
yeah.
we were the first family in my hometown to get one, and I remember that the when they started scrambling the certain channels. So the porn one, I remember it was like midnight, and I'm like trying to watch it. You can't see nothing. You're like, I think maybe that is, but yes, at that age, there was not a lot of internet. There was no internet.
So
at
there
all.
probably
It was
my
mags.
point is, besides trying to find out what Tony watched as a adolescent, was I'm making the point that I don't think this was a problem, back in the day, but now since it's so accessible,
I was gonna say there's just too much at any time you want.
it's like Pornhub on the go, like Pokemon
Yeah.
Go, and it's an app. It's so involved not only in the tech world, but also in pop culture. It's like pushing porn on us. So naturally, as a kid, you have this curiosity, or as a very depressed husband, to fill that void in your life. And I know a friend, and so it can fill the void, but it's an artificial void, and I can see how it desensitizes and
And plus, that when you watch something on, video or whatever else, you're seeing it's not real. I mean, they're videotaping it, but again, it's not real. There's edits. There's
You mean
all
it's
kinds
not
of,
love?
Yeah, right. But I mean, so when you get with somebody, you're hooking up with somebody, you're having sex with your partner, it's not the same. You're not getting that same sensation. You're like, wait a minute, it's like looking at a hamburger that on a Wendy's commercial looks amazing. Then you get it in your little box, you're like, that looks kind of like shitty.
So you're saying,
and it doesn't taste like you think what it's supposed to.
Definitely the desensitization aspect is there because a lot of the porn nowadays, ladies can't get into porn unless they're willing to do anal. They have to do the most extreme acts in order to get into porn anymore. So they're looking at the most extreme things. And the article mentioned that you can look at porn on your phone now. It's really accessible. But what they didn't mention is the electromagnetic fields from the devices that people are looking at the porn.
That's true.
You're sitting there looking at the porn on your laptop on Wi-Fi. That thing's on your lap, maybe near your boys. Well, maybe it's not because you're busy, but but you're getting irradiated.
Actually-
and the phones and the iPads, all of this is
that's true.
irradiating you. So that actually causes erectile dysfunction, and
Oh
the
my
radiation,
God.
by the way, also causes a low sperm count. It's negatively affecting your boys.
well, I watch porn from a distance.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Usually-
he watches through the window.
Yeah.
Okay, with the binoculars,
No,
right?
I'll put it on in the house. I'll go to my car and watch from the car, from a distance. So that's not a problem. But no, I mean, back to what Tony was saying, is the actuality, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is when you see everything going on in these films or whatever, and then to bring that into
Films.
reality, it's two different things.
Yeah.
Right? And so people have this high expectation of, this is going to happen if we, have a foursome or an orgy. Right, Tony? That's what you were telling me? Okay.
Yeah. Well, last time I had an orgy.
Yeah. Saturday night.
Yeah.
It's very different. And so you have a whole generation of kids that are not using the porn mags anymore. It's it's old hat. And they're seeing these things, and they're thinking that's how women should be treated, and that's what guys should be doing, and it's not the case at all, kids. Ask me. In fact, we have a call-in number
Oh yeah, there we
that
go.
we didn't even talk about. That shows you how professional we are in this show. If anyone has any sex questions that you want to ask me, Sharon, or Tony, I want everyone to call it. What's that number again?
323-284-7826.
What's that number again?
323-284-7826.
And we didn't say it earlier because this is the part of the show we want you to call back in. If you have anyone with this addiction that's ruining your family, please call us immediately. If your father is addicted to porn, every night you come home and you catch him in the library with the shades down and the lights off, call us. We can help you.
So I'm going to ask you this.
You want to ask me?
Yeah, I want to ask you
Okay.
this because most women don't watch it as much as
Oh, so
men.
you're gonna
Not
ask me?
saying
Not
they
too
don't,
much.
Okay.
but
Ask me.
did you learn sexual positions, sexual fantasies from watching or looking at porn?
That's a loaded question.
Because you've seen those people you're having sex and they want I'm gonna pull your hair and you're like, yeah, I really don't want you to do that. It's like they get that vision what they've seen.
I know.
Think that it's like I'm gonna slap you. Psh, no, yeah, don't.
As
slap
a woman,
me.
I can tell you guys think that that's like what we actually do in real life.
Right.
You don't want to be knocked out?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
How do I answer? Well, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, that's as diplomatic as you can get, right? With being on the fence. Yes, for some things. No, because depending on who you're with, or they'll tell you depending on what kind of connection you have, or how many hours you have left. So, yes and no. I think that's a fair answer, and it's a complicated answer because I kind of grew up when the internet was just kind of coming around, and you learn some things from chat rooms back in the day on AOL, and I'm not proud of it, but hey.
Well, in fact, the old phone numbers, the 900 numbers, and I got in trouble once for calling that because my parents were like, who's calling 900 for $3.99 a minute? I don't know.
Shit.
But that's, the thing is, you're sitting there imagining.
Are they still around?
They are still around. I mean,
Do you
I don't
remember the 976 numbers before the 900 numbers?
No, I don't remember that.
Tell us about it.
Am I even
please.
older than you?
No.
What could it be?
Not even
No,
close.
No, they always had those 976 numbers in the 80s, and then
Maybe
they went
that's
to
what it was.
900 in the 90s, I think.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
it's
what you
970.
called.
Well, I didn't. I actually called for a contest to guess a song.
Oh, my
Because I
God.
was really good with the top 40 when I was a kid.
Oh, my God.
But it's all garbled. You couldn't hear it. So I kept calling over and over and over again to try to
Till you got to
guess the
Bill.
song. Yeah. And my mom caught me.
Yeah, like 45 minutes later. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
you know what? I this is so weird to say, but I really have the
Oh,
urge.
we have a call.
We do have a call.
nice.
All right, let's take the call.
You are live on Truth Be Told with Tony and Dean. Who's this?
Hey, Tony. This is Fred.
Hey, Fred. What's going on?
Actually, Fred is new caller, first time listener, first time caller.
Yeah. And so, are you listening to us talking about the porn and all that stuff?
Yes, I am. You do know me, but I'm using a different name because I'm nervous.
Ooh. Okay. Well,
All right.
tell us.
Okay, Fred.
Tell us your fantasy. No, I was kidding.
Fred, how can
Oh,
we
my
help you?
gosh.
How can we help you, Fred?
So you were saying to tell me about about my fantasy, but see, I worked in porn.
Oh.
Hold on, Fred.
I'm looking
I
for-
never said that, so you might be referring to Tony.
I think
just
no,
for the
it was
record.
you,
Sorry,
Dean.
yes, I'm
It was
sorry.
you.
I'm referring to Tony.
No, just for the record.
This is making me so nervous. I've never called a talk show.
It's okay. We're actually this is just between you and us three here.
And Dean did ask you that.
So Fred, tell us what is on your mind, and you can be as detailed and graphic as you want because that's what Tony and Sharon want to hear.
So you worked in porn.
I did. I used to work in porn, but not on the side where I was doing the sex. I worked on the side with the editing and.
Oh. So
I guess I should have been more prepared when I was talking.
Well, no, that's interesting. So you actually got to see, the before edits and maybe even watching it filmed live.
Yeah.
So
and I was on set, and it was exciting in the beginning, but so I'm sorry I haven't been watching the whole show. I just tuned in with like the last 15 minutes.
Oh,
So
that's
I don't
okay.
know
Well,
what
Sharon.
you guys were discussing.
Well, like majority of the audience, Fred, but
Actually, I want to have Sharon kind of read the premise of what we were talking, what started the conversation, and then give us your thought on being on the other side of the.
Yeah, I was talking about a recent study that said that online porn is making young men impotent and that they are unable to achieve an erection in the bedroom because they're so desensitized by looking at online porn. Although, given
because of through the devices.
well, see, here's the thing. I have a knowledge of electromagnetic fields, which is my personal field of study. which I
This is
believe
interesting.
yeah, I believe the electromagnetic fields are affecting the health of people and are affecting our sexual health as well.
On top of desensitization.
But the desensitization of images combined with the electromagnetic fields from the devices that they're looking at, I think it's causing a real problem for men.
What say you, Fred?
Apparently, and I need to stop watching porn through my my cell phone then.
Oh, definitely. It's messing with your boys, I'll tell you that.
Fred, let me ask you this question, and you have some experience on the set of the porno world. When you were, how many times did you do this for a year and or for a while?
I worked in the porn industry for about a year and a half.
Now, is there a lot of when they're filming a scene? Is it very contrived by the director, or do they just let the actors go and it's just
Is
pure
everyone
lust?
watching this? Or they listen to our conversation right now? Because I feel dirty right now.
We all do,
Don't
Fred.
feel dirty. We'll take a shower together.
Okay,
later.
good. Good. I might be
Have you
famous.
seen me? I mean, continue. You're fine.
Even though Tony knows me, but I'm not saying who I am because I'm nervous. But
That's okay.
And by the way, Fred's not one of our interns, just for the record.
Right.
But continue. So yeah, just back to the question: is it a lot of direction and contrived scenes?
When
How does
I
that work?
worked, and who I worked for, it was directed pretty much. Was there a script per se? I wouldn't say there was really a script, because not only that, but something that I helped out with other than editing and being on set was to help write an idea for that, for the filming of the day. So yeah, it was directed.
Well, and just because these are directed and these scenes probably take a while, it's been long rumored that the male actors are on Viagra. Can you speak on that?
Yes. Okay, the male actors were taking Viagra, but
they do take Viagra.
Maybe it's just because they claim to be straight. What I worked on, I think it was just because they claimed to be straight and they couldn't get a boner. When they're can I cuss on this show?
You can.
Humping or whatever you call it. So they were on Viagra.
Oh, so are you saying
because they claim to be straight? That's why.
So was this gay porn? Is that what you're talking about?
It was a gay porn website.
Okay.
But the boys that we hired claimed to be into girls. So they had to use an excuse. I need Viagra because I get hard. And it always made me laugh because
it is quite funny.
They were fucking. So you can't tell me, even though I'm gay, I'm sure if I had sex with a girl, I'm sure I would get hard. So don't tell me you can't get hard when you're fucking, when you're having sex.
So this was literally gay for pay, as we've seen in a lot of the...
correct.
Okay,
yes,
gay
correct.
for pay. Well,
and
that's
these
interesting.
boys made a lot of money.
You learned something.
And
like the
I've told friends in the past that these boys make better gay boys than I am.
Sure.
I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but
I don't know, but for the sake of time, I'm going to pretend I do.
Well, when they were when they were bottoming.
Okay.
I'm gay.
We've
but
established
they bottomed way better than I could bottom, and so that's what why I was confused.
That's interesting. Now, just the last question, and I know Tony has like a dozen. Right.
I know. Sorry, Tony.
Oh no, that's
Love you.
okay.
No, hey, is it all filmed in Silicon Valley or the Valley, or is that just kind of cliche? And
I was I was doing this in Orange County.
I was just gonna say
the big
Santa
porn
Ana
companies. Yes, I'm sorry.
Like, did you say Orange County, like Santa Ana, Anaheim, or Laguna Beach?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Orange County.
I knew it.
Huge porn industry, and also in I guess which is called the Valley. Where was that? I don't remember.
Racina.
I haven't lived in LA in forever, but the Valley and Orange County.
Cool.
Well, I mean, only question I have, and the last one is working in this behind the scenes and watching it. Does it get to the point where it's not exciting to watch, and where at home you're watching it and you get excited. But when you really know what goes on behind the scenes, it's kind of like working in Hollywood. When you live here long enough, you don't see the glamour anymore. You're like, oh, on TV, it's like the
well, it's funny. When I watch gay porn, I don't see the glamour either. I'm sorry.
Well,
Fred.
I don't see glamour when I'm watching porn because it just serves its purpose. It's not. There's no glamour anymore. And when I started working in the for this company, it was exciting for maybe a month, and then it just felt gross to me. When I would go on set, it just grossed me out.
Wow.
And I'm into guys, and I'm into hot guys, and I've enjoyed back then watching guys have sex, but just the glamour's dead. Yeah. There's no glamour, and these boys, they look good on film, but they are stinky in person.
Wow.
They're not.
You're killing the fantasy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. If it's their personality, I met famous porn stars, a few times back then. And this one porn star, I don't remember his name, but he was a smoker at the time. I don't know if he still is, but he didn't smell good. He smelled like cigarettes.
Oh, that's awful.
So Dean, you wouldn't get the job.
Oh God.
Well, Fred, thank you so much. We appreciate you calling in and sharing that information.
No problem.
But
thank you.
Keep listening and call in again sometime.
Thanks, Tony.
Of course. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Fred, for that touching, glamorous story of the gay porn world.
I hope that was informative enough and wasn't too boring.
No, it was great.
I think Dean might want to work backstage at porn company now.
You know what I wanted to ask him? I was going to ask him if there's craft services on porn.
Tic Tacs and
no, like sandwiches and like if they get like Subway, and I was always kind of curious about that.
Well, I mean, would you feel sexy though eating a Subway sandwich and then
doing a porn scene?
Yeah.
Probably not, actually.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know what? Give me a couple hours.
Wait, no meatball sub for me.
It's like,
well, you know what, Tony? I after that call, I think I got to take a break.
I think we're gonna. Yeah, we should take a break after that. So do we have more topics to talk about when we come back?
I do have another news story.
Oh, okay. So let's do that.
I'm gonna take a Valium and just pretend that none of this just happened. I gotta go.
Is the Valium the blue pill?
We'll talk about the New World Order next, so it'll totally destroy everyone's erection.
Actually, I gotta go. I gotta walk off set.
This is Truth Be Told with Tony Dean, Monday edition. We'll be right back.
United States Pharmacopoeia, USP, sets the standard for most food supplements and are used in over 95% of all vitamin and mineral supplements in the world. The problem is that these products have never appeared in any living tissue. They're created in laboratories and are not recognizable to the body's metabolism. Grown by Nature products are different because they use renatured ingredients, proprietary blends of essential vitamins and minerals, with cofactors of proteins, lipids, and complex carbohydrates. Over 50 studies have been conducted on renatured nutrients, and over 20 have been published in peer-reviewed journals proclaiming their superiority. As a result, Grown by Nature vitamins and supplements are now recognized as simply the best available. Call 877-817-9829. That's 877-817-9829 and order your Grown by Nature products today. We are what we eat, and since we are of nature, we should eat foods in their natural form. Only Grown by Nature offers a full line of renatured nutrients. Call 877-817-9829. That's 877-817-9829 because not all products are grown by nature, but they should be.
Do you suffer from anxiety, from depression, maybe even chronic pain? Well, listen up. Truth Be Told is going to tell you about a breakthrough program built on over 100 years of therapies used in America's returning veterans to help you successfully overcome PTSD, anxiety attacks, pain, and depression. The secret proven in study after study. Music therapy. The effects of music are nothing short of amazing. From strokes to PTSD, music has been shown to improve the quality of life. Now, one of the latest music therapy programs being used in America's veteran hospitals can be yours to experience for free at home and to help your own anxiety attacks, pain, and depression. Or just relax after a hard day. It's called Whole Tones. It takes music therapy to a new level. This revolutionary program makes use of specifically designed frequencies that have been shown to stimulate your body's natural healing power down to a cellular level. If it works for battle-scarred vets, can it work for you? Well, experience it for yourself for free at sweetwholetones.com. Like Tony Sweet, that's SWEET. Go to sweetwholetones.com. Now enjoy the show. All right, what an interesting first hour or first 30 minutes of our show. I'm Tony Sweet. I'm here with Dean Ryan. And Dean, introduce our correspondent for today again.
Our sex therapist for the day, Sharon Daphna. She's helping us get through these crises times in the world of gay porn.
That's what I do.
During the break, I just vomited everything I ate.
Did you?
Today? Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
What did it taste like?
It's a long list, but
Skittles, hot dogs.
I can honestly say, in all my years of radio, that was an eye opener. Who knew that was going on in Orange County?
I thought it was all happening in the valley.
We were wrong this whole time.
Well, this is the gay porn, and that's happening in Orange County apparently.
Oh my God, it's probably happening in
Behind the orange curtain.
yeah, it's probably happening in like Costa Mesa or.
This is so gross. I mean, well, I find Orange County pretty gross. Sorry, Dean.
What is this? Attack Me Day?
I'm from West LA.
We know.
Okay.
That attitude shows. Anyways,
All right, more news stories we have. So
continuing on,
Sharon,
so we can
take
win
it
our.
away.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
something that's been really big in the news lately is drought in California. And I know I'm going to have a little time to talk about our work that I do with the Chembo. What we do is we use free energy to end drought. And I'll get more into that later if we have some time. But I just read an op-ed piece by Peter Gleich of the Pacific
Who?
Institute. His name is Peter Gleich. That's
Gleich?
Gleick.
I know him.
Do you know him?
He's the guy that just called us.
You know what? I wouldn't doubt that.
He goes
but
by Fred sometimes.
I totally wouldn't doubt that when you hear about what he's doing.
All right,
okay?
what did Peter Gleick
All right, well,
have to say?
I just read a story that he wrote, and this appeared on a website called News Deeply, which is
Ooh, that's where I go every day. Actually.
I know. It was originally published in the San Francisco Chronicle. So,
I don't go to that one.
Okay. In the San Francisco Chronicle, this was actually published a couple weeks ago. And the article was called Wishful Thinking Won't End California's Drought.
Ooh, catchy.
And yeah. And here's the thing. We have a lot of fear right now in California about water shortage. And that's huge news because we've been, for years, having a lack of rain. And in the course of my research, which is all on climate modification and weather modification, or climate engineering, I should say, the drought has been engineered. And it's been engineered to prevent rains.
Is that what Peter Gleickness was saying?
Well, what Peter Gleich says is
excuse
he does not acknowledge the geoengineering aspect of this. What he says is this. He says wishful thinking won't end the drought. And he claims, and I'm going to give you a quote from his article, okay? The problem isn't that we're in a temporary drought. The problem is that we live in a world with all the characteristics of a permanent drought, punctuated, ironically, by extreme floods. What do I see here? I see fear. Fear of drought, fear of floods.
Scaremongering.
Fear-mongering.
Propaganda.
Exactly.
Violence.
Exactly. And here's what I noticed about the article, because I always am analyzing these weather articles because that's my work. This article talked about this unending drought. All the pictures that accompanied the article were from a year ago. So these are not current pictures.
Wow,
And
how
actually,
deceiving. I hate that. I'm never going to that side again.
Well, this comes from San Francisco Chronicle, but
Right.
but the guy, Peter Gleich, that wrote the article works for an organization called the Pacific Institute, which is a globalist think tank for water policy.
I knew it.
So I traced it back to the beginnings of what was going on here. And this organization, the Pacific Institute, they have a mission statement. And I'm going to actually read another quote from their website here, okay? Becoming the organizing force behind, this is their mission statement.
Oh, God.
Their mission statement is that they would like to become the organizing force behind the United Nations CEO water mandate, which brings global corporations and international organizations together to adopt water sustainability practices. So right off, he's bringing in this globalist agenda. And I actually listened to a talk that was done, and this is an interesting tie-in. I'm a big fan of the website Vigilant Citizen. I read it religiously.
Yeah.
And I know, Dean, you know about this website.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
They talk about the MK Ultra in Hollywood and mind control in general.
Some very far out things.
Very far out things, but they also talk
A
about
good
the,
read.
the Bilderbergers and all of that stuff. And on their website, they had an article about the latest Council on Foreign Relations promo film, CFR film. It's a promo for CFR activities.
And who was in it?
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, because she is a member of the CFR, and she's also a very likable character to
Did you
many
know that,
people.
Tony? I know
did
you're a big
not.
fan of hers and Laura Croft and
Well, Laura Croft. Of course.
yeah, I know
Of
you.
course.
I know you have all the toys and you have the tattoo on your back of her.
How'd you know?
Well, I was.
Well, there were
peeping.
Saw me at the beach.
peeping.
There were many CFR members in it, maybe like a dozen of people or so, including representatives of Goldman Sachs. And what they were saying in this video,
I love them.
I know, aren't they great? They want to help us all, don't they? The globalists want to help us cope with our changing world and all this violence, which is
gold.
caused by them, by the way.
Yeah.
So this video
Sachs.
was Sachs and violence.
Goldman Sachs.
Sachs and violence.
So what? So Peter Gleich is saying, in essence, that that there's going to be a water shortage and certain companies are going to control it.
What he's saying is there is a water shortage, which there is not.
Well, can
If
I throw
you-
real quick in here? I know not 9 months ago or even a year ago, I remember when they started doing all these initiatives and cutting back on water. And I mean, we heard it all the time. Then supposedly the El Nino, which kind of, to me, petered out. I mean, there was not heavy rains like they said it was going to be one of the bigger ones to date.
There hasn't been hurricanes in like forever, like
There hasn't-
5,000 days.
Okay, that's an interesting point you bring up.
Yeah.
So now I guess I'm going to go right into it. I wasn't going to get into it right away.
Let's get
but
right into it.
Let's get right
the
into
brass
it.
tacks right now.
Okay.
Why aren't there hurricanes?
I know why.
Well, I could tell you why.
Well, I can tell you why too.
Okay.
You want to hear why?
I'll hear your why, then I'll tell you my why.
There hasn't been hurricanes because
Union?
yeah,
It's a union strike.
yeah, exactly. It's a union strike for the hurricane makers. That's why we haven't had hurricanes. Our research committee figured that out.
Well, here's
Am I wrong? Okay. Well, tell me why I'm wrong. I want to hear your research.
tell us.
Okay, well,
And then-
hurricanes are
okay.
happening usually in places like Florida, right?
Really?
Right.
Okay.
Well, there are some people living in Florida that have done extensive work using free energy devices that use orgone energy, which
I know one person.
Ken Rolla,
Who? Ken Rolla.
he's a mutual friend of ours and a colleague,
Say his website. Plug it.
freshandalive.com.
All
Ken
right.
Rolla,
Ken owes me $500 now for that.
Ken
continue.
Rolla has been so generous to me for helping to promote his work because he does amazing work. Most of what Ken Rolla does, he's an electrical engineer, but most of what he does is in the health field, and he provides amazing detox supplements for people. So his website has affordable and very effective ways to remove heavy metals and toxins. But the work he's been doing with orgone energy, which he calls scalar energy, which is the modern physics term for orgone, which was was coined by Wilhelm Reich, who discovered it. He's been helping to stabilize the climate in Florida. And what this does is the energy brings back the natural dynamics of the hydrological cycle. So instead of having extreme storms and drought, you'll have natural rainfall when it's appropriate, and you'll have the storms will be neutralized, but you'll still get rain, but you won't have the crazy weather. So what's been going on with our weather for a long time is it's been engineered, it's been modified through geoengineering, otherwise known as chemtrails, and the energetic assaults that go with that.
Chemtrails? You mean contrails?
Yeah, exactly. The contrails that
Sorry.
stick forever, right? Made of heavy metals that make us all sick.
Sorry, I'm cliche.
I know.
Okay.
But anyway, Ken Rolla is one of the people in Florida who's done amazing work,
Yes.
and that averts the hurricanes. And Don and Carol Croft, who were the founders of the Orgonite gifting.
No relation to Laura.
No relation to Laura Croft.
Just get that out of your mind, Tony.
They did a
crossed it.
tremendous
I don't like that.
distribution of the free energy devices and what these devices do. And this is a huge topic. So if you want more information, come to my website, thekembo.com.
What's that website again?
Thekembo.com. But in a nutshell, these energy devices help to stabilize the climate and the weather.
Well, in a nutshell, we got 9 minutes left. And where's the time gone?
Porn. We're talking about
Dude,
porn.
where's the time gone, man?
See what happens when we get too obsessed with porn? We lose our
Yes.
whole evening.
Oh, I've seen it. I know.
I know.
It's wrecked many lives.
Well, let me just tie this all up really
No
quick.
pun.
Let's conclude
I'm just gonna
what we're
conclude.
trying to say here. What's the overall
Okay.
message? What's the over and under?
The overall message is that scarcity is an illusion. We have as much water as we need through a source called primary water, which are aquifers under the earth, which can provide as much water as anyone needs. So when the UN is talking about corporatizing control of water, exactly.
The aquifers.
Nestle, right? When the UN is
Tastes
talking
like
about,
Smirnoff, though. Weird.
yeah, my water tastes like that too.
Moving on.
We do not need to corporatize water. These people in the CFR think they're the only people that can maintain
They
stability.
think they're
in the world.
gods.
They do, and the United Nations
Or
think
nannies.
they can control everything. We're looking at a false crisis. First of all, the drought has been engineered and is now being undone through the use of orgone energy devices, which is a free energy that ends drought and cleans the air. So, of course, come to my website for more on that because it's huge.
What's that website?
Thechembo.com.
Okay, just making
That's
sure.
THECHEMBOW, like a chemical rainbow, thechembo.com. But the water shortage is false. The drought has been engineered, so there's been rain suppression. So we're looking at a weather modification effort to prevent rain.
That's why
and
there
create
hasn't been a lot of
scarcity.
rains here in California. What you're saying to me is that it's crisis capitalism?
Exactly. They're capitalizing on it. So they were able to prevent rain for a long time, create an idea of scarcity of water to pretty much monopolize the water supply.
More like crisis communism.
It is. But the good news is
Right,
that
Tony? You're a communist. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. Okay,
yeah.
just checking.
well, the good news is the drought is ending through the use of this remarkable free energy.
Thank God. I need a shower finally.
You know, and you should be able to do that. You should be able to enjoy
Well, after
it.
today's show, I definitely need a shower.
You definitely
Just
do.
not in Orange County.
I can smell you from here.
Yeah. Just got off set, sorry.
So I'm just trying to tie it together quickly, but there's really nothing to fear. Everything is fine. These organizations are serving the corporate interests that want to monopolize all of our resources.
Didn't they always say that the next, it's not land that they're going to fight for, it's going to be the water we fight for?
I believe Kevin Costner said that.
But,
yeah.
I mean,
And,
I believe it's true, though.
But we have as much water as we need.
But if they control the, aquifers and all that,
But they don't, and that's the thing is they
well,
and
thinking
they
that
let us think that. But the thing is this:
Or if we don't even
a
know
lot
about
of
it.
people have wells, they have access to water, and that is actually the reason for the fracking to destroy the water supplies.
Really?
So they're trying to destroy all these natural sources of water, but there are so many of them. They're never going to.
Tony, you have to see this documentary. It's really good on this whole subject. It's called Waterworld. And it's with
I've
Dennis
seen it.
Hopper.
That's why it didn't do very
Have
well.
you seen it?
Yes.
You got to see it. It's really good.
Oh, it's a documentary, yeah.
Hey, real quick, people need to go to thechembo.com. And I want to do an honorable mention today because I know it's Tony's birthday, but there's someone special in my life. I want to say happy birthday to her, and that's Halle Berry. She turned 50
Really?
yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know she watches this show.
Are you taking her out tonight for dinner?
That's personal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like when you ask questions like that. But she's turning 50, so happy birthday to Holly. And
Is it Holly or Hallie?
well, I call her Holly. Everyone calls her Hallie.
Okay.
So yeah, she's
Just
turning
checking.
50, and so it's
She looks
everyone's
good for
birthday.
50.
She looks good for any age.
You're right.
Don't be insulting, Tony. No, it's really great, and hey, women are aging so much more gracefully
And
than they
men aren't.
ever did in history. Excuse me.
And men aren't.
Well, speak for yourself.
Hey,
But Sharon, am I right?
Over 40, you're looking good.
Sharon, I'm right. I mean, women today, I
47.
think,
I must say, I'm aging pretty gracefully.
yeah, you are.
Thank you.
But women in general. So, they're going to be beautiful a lot longer than I think women of yesteryear. I just want to make that statement. If there's anything people learn today, it's that. Is people are aging, some of them, not all of them, a lot more gracefully. And I know she watches this show, so happy birthday to you, Al.
Well, happy birthday. And Sharon, a lot of people not only go to your website, thechembo.com, but people can go hear your radio show.
That's right, American Freedom Radio. I have a show once a week with Gabriel Lazar, who is my life partner and partner in Organite Work, and we interview a variety of really, really interesting guests on issues of consciousness and science and the link between the both. So it's a
nice.
very interesting show called The Human Frequency on American Freedom Radio, which airs 7 to 9 p.m. Wednesday nights Pacific time.
Very nice.
Well, Tony's got to be a guest on there.
Absolutely.
I
We would
would
love to
love
have
it.
you.
You should.
We would love to have you.
Yeah, I'll write all the
Anytime.
questions.
Please, that scares me.
We have a really good time on our radio
I'll
show.
call in for that show, and I'll be Fred.
And Dean's been on our show a couple of times
I
too.
have.
Yeah,
I
we
have.
talk about all kinds of issues. Dean talked about tiny houses for the homeless,
Thank you.
and we talk about things that benefit humanity,
Mm-hmm.
issues of science and consciousness, and freedom.
And
Well,
it's
I
fun
can't
too.
wait.
It's a lot of fun. They called me the last time I was on. I was literally at dinner out at a restaurant, and I totally, because we didn't have any Wi-Fi at the house, I totally forgot I had it, but I did it from my cell phone, and we just rocked it because that's a show, kind of like this one. It flows just really well, and Sharon does a great job on radio. She's a real pro. She used to be on Talk Network for anyone that remembers that, and she's just kicking, behind and taking names, and she's just awesome all around.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah, we go back.
We do go back. We go back to the Mick-West debate and the Chemtrails march back a few years ago.
That's right, Mick. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Dean and I met a few years ago at a march against chemtrails.
Yes.
Way here in L.A.
Yeah.
Nice.
eHarmony does amazing wonders. Just tells you to go to protest to meet, the love
Go to
of your life.
protest
right?
and meet really, really cool women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tony.
Do you have anything speaking engagements or anything else that you're going to be?
I don't
doing?
have anything scheduled at the moment concretely, but check back with my website, thekembo.com, because I'll be going up to Northern California. We're looking at around October 1st. So
Oh, great.
come check back. I got to confirm a date, and I'll be doing a public talk in Northern California around Oakland area on Orgone Energy. It'll be 2 hours of comprehensive information on how you can use this amazing free energy to clean up your life, to remove pollution from your atmosphere, and to clean up electromagnetic fields in your home.
Wow.
And Tony needs a lot of cleaning.
I do.
So
Actually, I have
needs to do
the
that.
piece that you gave me the last time in my
Yeah.
house.
Oh, awesome. It helps a lot with the Wi-Fi routers and all that stuff. So I'm going to be doing a comprehensive talk on that. So please check back with thekembo.com for information on my upcoming talks.
Yay! Well, we so appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
I can't believe an hour has gone by. We definitely have some great guests coming up next week. We won't be doing a live show, just so
No.
you know. But in 2 weeks we'll be back. Do we
Right.
already have a booking for that?
I believe we do. I just I haven't
Don't.
told you yet.
Oh, okay. Well, if you guys would take a moment to go to truthbetoldwebtv.com, we try to keep all the updated guests coming up on our show, and you can listen to all of our podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, and then our videos are on YouTube. Just go to Truth Be Told.
Subscribe,
Yeah,
subscribe.
and leave comments. People are leaving lots of comments. Like I said,
Yes.
constructive criticisms, which I love. I do. I appreciate every single one.
Absolutely.
And then people that just really praise and love the show. So we
Or
appreciate
hate.
that.
I accept the hate mail too.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least, but when people hit you with hate, that means you're making a difference. You're
Right.
causing people to think and speak their minds.
Exactly.
So
and
that's what we
we're the
love.
kind of sociopaths that love it. So
We do.
Please send everything. And follow me at The Real Dean Ryan. I'm all over the place. Let me know if you want to be on the show or whatever you want to talk about, something special. I'll consider it. I'll give it straight consideration.
Just kidding.
All right.
All right. Well, we're out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sharon, thank you so much
Thank you.
for being here. Dean, another great show.
Oh,
and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Truth Be Told, right here on Universal Broadcasting.